What is the meaning of the expression, the works of the law? We find it many times in the New Testament, Galatians chapter 3, verse 2, for instance. And why was Paul rejecting the works of the law, Pastor?
Okay. Pastor, traditionally within the church, from the Reformation time and all, works of the law was seen as a code for work righteousness, that you perform certain legalistic requirements of the law, thereby you are saved. Okay, that's how Luther also interpreted the whole thing. But then, modern discoveries in the 20th century and, the emergence of what we call new perspective on Paul and all that, with the archaeological and literary evidences, we know that this expression was also used in Qumran writings. What does it mean? Now it tells us that works of the law is not a short form for the legalistic requirements of the law for salvation, but works of the law stands for circumcision, Sabbath, and dietary laws. Three important things. Now, these three important things defined Jewish identity in the first century. Who was a Jew? The one who observed Sabbath, one who was circumcised, and one who practiced dietary laws, table fellowship laws. Any of these violated was dangerous for the Jewish identity. And Paul's problem is not with Judaism as requiring work righteousness. But Paul's problem with his people, his opponents, was that they were taking these three cultural requirements and imposing it upon Gentiles to bring them into that cultural setting of the Jewish context. Borrowing others' expression, in my writing, in my first book, I wrote about cultural imperialism. Cultural imperialism is this: not only gospel, with the gospel, cultural elements are extended, and thereby you impose it on them and bring them into your background. So works of the law is an expression now understood as defining the cultural practices.